welcome to another episode of playonultra podcast. This is episode 77. Everybody's back.
We're here.
Foe is back.
Guess who's
How was
back?
your Thanksgiving dinner thingy? What did you eat?
Mostly mashed potatoes. It's my favorite thing. Pie. Oh, homemade bread. My dad, we're not Jewish, but he makes challah bread, and it's really good. It's like a very eggy bread. So it's
Because it can't.
kind of cakey.
Gotta look
Because
that
it
up.
can't have yeast in it.
Cake bread sounds good.
I'm a fan.
Nice.
So yeah, how was your
Did you guys
weeks?
get anything during the Steam sale? The holiday Thanksgiving
I
autumn
did.
sale fall? I think I missed it. Like I looked at there's some stuff on sale. I'll check what they are later. And I checked back and nothing was on sale anymore.
Yeah, I think I was late to it too.
I got Pillars of Eternity,
Oh,
cool.
cool.
and I also got Styx finally. Styx,
Hey,
the stealth game.
awesome.
Yeah. So after playing all the other games, I'm gonna play that.
Nice.
I would love. I'm sure it's not going to be as good, but I'd love to hear you compare it to something like Dishonored.
Well, Dishonored 2 it wasn't so good, so
Dishonored 1.
But it's still probably good. I don't know.
I mean it's a triple A game. It's not gonna be like bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Styx has like RPG elements, right? There's like skill trees or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can choose kind of
Is it one of those
what
like
abilities you want to be better.
Deus Ex where if I didn't level up properly, I'll be just fucked and I need to like start all over again kind of skill tree?
I did not encounter that.
Okay. I
the
don't really
levels
like
are
that.
pretty non-linear.
Nice.
I mean, there's like one entry point and one exit point, but there's a lot of different ways
between.
to get through the level.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Actually, it's not even. Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily one exit, but like you have the goal. Like you get
Can
to this
you-
point and you leave.
Can you
maybe in this three,
play
come back through.
non-lethal, lethal type things? Or it's only lethal? You mostly assassinate people, right?
I'm trying to remember. I think it's mostly lethal.
I don't mind. I like it lethal.
I mean, I mean, most of the time I'm sneaking. Like, actually, I don't remember. Like, I think like less than half the people do I actually like deal with. Like, most of the time I just get by them. I didn't actually like knock them out or kill them or anything. I'm just trying to figure out the paths.
Is it like
and
Mark of the
distracting
Ninja
them.
where you, if you
haven't
get
played it.
spotted, you're screwed? Like you can't go one-on-one hit to
No.
hit.
I mean, if you're spotted, you pull the emergency buttons, but you don't die until you don't reset the level. You like pop your invisibility or whatever, hide behind a barrel out of sight or whatever.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I also got one more game, and it's not through the Steam sale because it wasn't exactly on sale, but I bought a Nvidia code, those that you get when you buy new GPUs and stuff, for Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, okay.
I got it for like half price, so
Nice.
Awesome.
on Uplay. So yeah, just like a PSA kind of thing. Nvidia codes are region locked, so the Nvidia code itself is region locked. So once you put in the code, because I'm from Malaysia, so I bought a US code. I put in the code under US. It said I'm in the wrong region, so I had to use a VPN. Put in the code, put in my details, sign in to my Uplay, and then the Uplay code itself is not region locked. It's just that the Nvidia one they want to control for whatever reason. I guess so that people don't resell them, but it's not really working.
That's weird.
It's just
Well then.
it's just making it slower, but it's
Yay,
eventually I'll
region
get it.
locking.
Yeah. So yeah, Watch Dogs 2. I can't wait after Witcher 3 and Pokemon Moon, I guess. So yeah, how were your weeks?
Let's see. So, I only really played one game. I started that Amnesia game that I told you guys about. Not Amnesia: The Dark Descent, the Otome game. So I started that and having a great time trying to figure out my memories and deal with the fact that I apparently have a boyfriend that I don't remember, because that's the whole premise of the game. It's amazing. So no real complaints with it so far. It is kind of funny that they they kind of, there's a little bit of a meta way. So like you kind of know like the anime romance tropes, like generally just how they sometimes go. So like you got like your tsundere characters or whatever and all that stuff.
Oh, sure.
And yeah. So like the first guy because you have to pick like which route you're gonna take at the beginning. So the route that I first went on, the guy that you're first like with, he's super tsundere, and it's kind of funny because some of the things he says, like kind of in real life context probably wouldn't necessarily be good because it could seem almost kind of controlling. And what's kind of funny is they kind of say, like, obviously in anime tropes it's seen as more endearing, but so part of the game is that you have this like little spirit that's inside your head that he's the reason you lost your memory. They have an explanation. It takes no. Yeah. So he basically is actually kind of your voice of reason. So you know how in usual visual novels you have sections that are like your main character talking to himself or whatever. So they don't do that because it's supposed to be you. So instead kind of the spirit fellow kind of acts as that. And it's really funny because he'll be the one that's like, why is he doing that? Why is he so mean to you? It's just kind of funny to kind of get those two different angles. Anyway, I haven't gotten too far into it yet. But it is kind of funny trying to pick like which choice makes the most sense that you could maybe have said and gets people to not be suspicious of you. That's kind of the whole point. So it's
suspicious that you're trying to hide the fact that you've forgotten everything?
Yeah, they have a reason for it. So basically the spirit thing tells you like, no, you don't want to go back to if people know that you have amnesia, you'll be put back in the hospital, and you don't want to do that because you'll get worse, because this isn't like a medical problem. This is a spiritual problem. So he tells you, he's like, you'll get worse if you get stuck in a hospital, so you need to like get out and be about.
Why would you trust this guy? Don't trust this guy.
I love Orion, but no, I know it's not.
He made you lose your memory. He's the most controlling character so far.
I know. It's really funny because you're like, why? In the beginning, you can even be like, I don't think I trust you. And he's like, I'm sorry, please don't be mad at me. But what's really funny about this game is like, because the premise sounds ridiculous, but they try to be realistic about it. So for example, Orion tries to help you. That's the name of the spirit in your head. Yeah. And he's even like, okay, first thing when you get out, you need to find your cell phone and call your parents because you can trust your parents. But then you find out that your cell phone broke. And of course your
boyfriend.
Yeah. No, you don't
remember the boyfriend.
You don't remember about the boyfriend? So the boyfriend comes in as like...
That is the only thing you've forgotten, right?
No, you've forgotten everything. You don't know anything.
Wait, but you remember your parents?
No, you don't. That's the whole thing. You don't remember anything. It's supposed to be like you in the game.
Their phone numbers are just in the phone. I see.
Yeah,
Modern technology.
The phone. Yeah. Except you lost your phone, so it's awkward.
That's the first quest. I see.
Exactly. And then you find out your parents are overseas because of course they are. And you live by yourself because of course you do. So
where is this supposed to be set?
It's in Japan. In like a fake neighborhood in Japan. There's one place they name, but I don't think it's a real place. Shinoa or something, but some random neighborhood in Japan. You work at a maid cafe. That's about all you know. Oh. Yeah. So, it's pretty funny. But yeah, no, because it's supposed to, like, literally be you. You know, so, like, you don't know anything at all.
I see.
So, what are you going to do?
Actually, I like that.
Yeah, and they do a pretty good job with it. What's also really interesting is, as I said, there's different routes in different worlds, and I'm pretty sure in each different world, your character in the past was a little different character, so you're not even sure how you're supposed to act, because you're like, and the boys will usually tell you, they're like, you know, why are you acting this way? You usually act this way, and so you're like, oh, shoot. So it's a very interesting premise for it. It's definitely a twist on the Otome game, and also you don't know who to trust. You don't know who's gonna like. Because that's the thing Orion also tells you in the beginning. It's like, who do you trust to tell? Because they could also take advantage of the fact that you forgot. So we'll see. First I'm with little soon goth boy. So we'll see what goes from there.
Are you going to play until you've gotten with everybody? Or are you just going to play through to an ending?
So technically, you choose a path in the beginning. So like you already know, basically you already know who you're going to get with. It's just a matter of whether you get with them or not. Because the other thing about this game is there are yeah, there are bad endings where you die for some reason, or the guy leaves you. So it's either, like, the good end is you and the guy stay together, and, like, the normal end, I don't know, something else happens, and the bad end is either you die or the guy leaves you. So my plan is just to kind of play until I get to an ending of that world, and then go to the next world, and then I'll get the endings by myself someday. So if I get a bad end, I'll try again, but whether I get a normal or good end, that's gonna be good enough for the Let's Play.
Sounds good.
But yeah, I did also buy Sarah is Missing. Not buy. You get to have. You can. Well,
right.
You pay what you want for it, but it's a mobile game. But I got it for PC.
It's made in Malaysia, by the way.
Oh,
was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
I got like the beta demo thing for my phone. Still haven't played it yet though. It's like it's one of those that sends like actual messages to your phone, right?
Yeah,
it's one of those like AR style games.
That's pretty cool.
I like those.
I got it for my.
I haven't done one yet, but I like the idea.
I know, I like the idea of it too. I got it for my computer only just so that, like, I keep it on my computer because I'm probably gonna do a Let's Play of it. But I didn't. Otherwise, I would have totally done my phone. But my phone, I use it so much and it's low on battery and I'm busy, so I was like, maybe I'll try the experience on my phone later. But it's a really cool idea, so I'm really excited for it. Of course, my name is Sarah, so.
Yeah, I believe it's not a full game yet.
Oh, really?
I think they're like constantly updating it or something, or they have. I don't know. I don't really know what their development history is for this game.
Well, it's been
but
pretty highly
recommended.
recommended.
But it's on itch.io. It's not like on Steam or anything.
Yep.
Oh, okay, one of those.
Sarah with a H.
Yes, Sarah without
Sounds
an
cool.
H.
Still haven't played it yet though.
All right, that's all I got to share, really.
My week was basically just WoW and Hover.
Mashed potatoes. Oh.
And mashed potatoes.
How was WoW?
Good. I hit max level.
In how many hours did you use that level 100?
I mean, yeah. So I boosted to 100, and then I leveled up the last 10 levels.
Right. I was thinking from
in
1 to 110 in like a few days.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, "Are you serious, Fo?"
No, that's boring. It's funny because I had to re-level my profession skills, and so I was going around gathering low-level resources, and it's a freaking ghost town. Like, the only people who play the game are high-level players. So if you see somebody out in the world, it's like somebody's alt, and it's just so like there's nobody around. It's really weird.
Why?
It's kind of sad. It's like,
the expansion just came out, right?
Recently. Sorry, people are around in the new zone.
Oh.
Anywhere that's not the new zone and not a capital city, it's super just empty.
Yeah, that was my experience playing WoW. Because I started new characters like barely
it's not
anyone.
The same.
Yeah.
I missed out on a bunch of it too. Because if you're not there at launch, like you're still, it's a very, like the week or two after launch is very different than any other time. Everybody's racing to do things. So it's constantly full of people. There's queues to log in. So there's bad things too, but. It can be exciting. The server I'm on, it's my friend. I joined a server because my friend's from that server. It's a PvE server. When I was last playing, it's a PvP server, so it's a very different experience. Not having to be afraid all the time. Hover was good. Hover had new characters, new game types. The interesting thing about doing Hover videos is like the community. I feel like the Hover fans. They're very positive. Like there's very few people who don't like the game, or if they do, they're silent. But they're very aggressive with giving me helpful feedback. Like, you should try this character with this build. And this thing is like, I'm not going for optimal play here, guys. Like, I'm doing this.
But don't you wanna?
Yeah, like I'm deliberately not spending all my skill points so I can save them when I need them. And it's blowing people's minds. Like, no, you're going too slow. I'm like, well, I didn't put points in speed because I don't need it.
but not optimal.
Gotta go fast. No, and I love it. They're friendly. They're not.
Yeah, I like to save skill points too, in certain games.
Well, it's because like the last time I played, the last patch, there was this new zone, this sewer zone, and the sewer zone had 3 challenges. Like one was challenging like just your racing speed, like it was like a loop, but it had very little obstacles in it. One was challenging your like agility, like a little short bunny hop platforms, and one was challenging your grinding ability. And it was really hard for me to get. It took me several attempts to make a character who could do all 3. And and that's not a problem anymore because the game has a new system where you have multiple characters on a team, so you can switch characters and keep doing the same progress essentially. Like the progress in the story is per team, not per character anymore. So it incentivizes you to have highly specialized characters, which I haven't taken the time to make. But yeah, so I played an episode of that, got the new character, who's pretty cool.
Your hover videos tend to do pretty well, right?
Yeah, some of my best videos are hover videos. Probably my, I don't know what my number one best video is, but it's probably a hover video.
Why don't you just be a full-time hover?
Because then if I do anything else, there's fallout.
I know.
I don't think the fan's that big.
Like there's a YouTuber that she's known to do Pokemon stuff only. Tamashi Hiroka, I think her YouTube channel is. She recently started doing new stuff, and the fans were so pissed off she had to turn off the comments.
Oh,
That's
geez.
awesome.
That's
So you get.
yeah.
I mean, like, I have a hard enough time. Like, I wish I could just record WoW. Like, I feel sometimes I feel a little guilty playing WoW because I could be making content off instead. But I mean, I in an ideal world, I can make content off of whatever I wanted, like brushing my teeth. like I'm bored today, we're gonna do this. But I mean, there are certain rules or not rules, I guess, facts, and so I'm not going to, I'm in the middle. I don't want to commit to doing one thing and be locked in, but obviously I'm locked into the context of certain kinds of video games, so it's so the info and WoW were my weeks. One other thing I complain about in WoW, so like in the new expansion, you don't really acquire weapons. Like the first thing you do is you do this epic quest, and it gives you like these epic weapons, like weapons that you've seen NPCs have previously in the game. Like, oh, so and so died in this great fight. You must take up their weapons and carry on. You are now like the leader of all of the mages in World of Warcraft, that kind of thing. My character's a monk. And so you get 3 different weapons, one for each talent tree, and they're associated that way. So like if I have my staff equipped, it means I'm in my tank aspect. If I have my other staff equipped, it means I'm in my healing aspect. And if I have like my fist weapons equipped, it means I'm in my DPS aspect. And the problem I have is one of those weapons just looks so much cooler than the other ones. It's like, I want to play
Which
the
one is that?
DPS guy. It's the tank one. It's the staff with like this dangling like just stuff dangling off of it. So it's very like it's moving, it's dynamic, it looks kind of cool. You can unlock different looks for these weapons, and I just got one for the staff where now it's like it's carrying like this glowing green like cup type thing. So as I walk, like it leaves this haze of green behind me. It's just really, really cool and not like a static.
I'm guessing
like
those skins can be bought with like money.
No, you unlock them through quests.
Ooh.
Oh,
WoW doesn't have any
nice.
microtransactions as far as I know.
There
I
is
mean, the exception
there's
being
like mounts and like mostly cosmetic stuff. Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's a shop button. But I've never clicked it.
Some really nice looking mounts are only I think
just
only
assumed it
money. I think
I wouldn't.
you
I
can
guess I'm
only
not
buy it.
surprised now that I think about it.
I just always assumed it had microtransactions, but maybe that's
I
just a bad
assumed
assumption.
it didn't. I don't think it did last time I did, which is why.
Are you gonna
4
play
years ago, I
Demon
don't
Hunter
think it
anytime
did.
soon?
What?
Are you gonna play Demon Hunter anytime soon?
Yes. Probably pretty soon. Once I.
He's the guy that is like associated with that blind guy, right?
Yeah, they're all blind. They all blind themselves.
They're all blind. Okay.
So they see in the spirit world. They can't.
Right.
They're not distracted by.
So
the
you
physical
can
world.
use that weapon, right?
Yeah, I mean, so you get.
In my
like,
opinion, it's like the coolest weapon in Warcraft.
I mean, it looks so. It's a fist weapon, right? So it's like a thing you hold in your fist with two
Two
big
blades.
green arcs on the top and the bottom.
I can't even remember what it's called. I
It
really
looks
like
kind
it
of
a lot.
cool, but it also looks kind of dumb. I'm undecided on it.
It's not
I think-
practical for sure.
yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not practical, but it does look pretty cool. I guess
looks-
if you're posing with it, it looks cool.
Yeah.
As soon as you start like moving, you're like, oh, what's going on?
Do you have
goes
one
my
or
hair.
two? He holds two, right?
He has one in each hand. Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe so. The demon hunters only have 2 talent trees, so I believe they only have 2 different weapons, and I believe they both look the same.
Right.
Because they have to have that. So you're a demon hunter. You're
I remember
using
the
those.
Death Knight starts you off at level 55. Does the Demon Hunter start you off at some kind of high
The
level?
demon hunter starts at level 90, I think,
Oh, that's cool.
and you're level 100, I hear, or more or less by the time you get out of their starting zone.
Nice. Very well paced.
Yeah, pretty cool. They can double jump and glide, which is really cool.
What race
My
is your
friends-
monk? Troll?
I went Night Elf. Because my friends are Horde, and my friends are Alliance, and I wanted to be Horde, and I want to make a Blood Elf. So my character's name is ACBE, which is Alliance Character Blood Elf. Because I'm protesting, because I hate Night Elves, but I didn't want to be a dwarf. Dwarves are the only Alliance race that I like, but I didn't feel like being a dwarf monk. Because it was proportioned kind of weird. I don't know.
Poor dwarves.
One weird thing, though, even though I'm a monk, like, for the DPS build, you have the fist weapons, like these giant bladed fists, but only only one of my moves is a punch. I have, like, a palm strike, 3 or 4 different kicks, and 1 flurry of punches. It's like, what are the blade fists actually doing for me? I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, that's video games. I don't think I watched anything. I'm watching Westworld.
Are you done with Luke Cage?
I haven't finished Luke Cage yet. What happened last time? I think I hit the mid-season finale, like episode 7.
I think you mentioned that.
Something super grim about Westworld. One of the actresses came out and said she was raped. Not in Westworld or anything.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, okay, I saw that, right. Because, I mean, her character gets raped all the time.
Yeah. All the time?
She's
I thought it was one
robot.
scene. Oh, right.
She's a robot, so she gets, like, raped
So people were saying, like, that face is not acting. It's, like, her reliving.
It's hard, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
She was raped twice, I believe. One was owner of a bar.
I think I'm thinking of the
one
right character. She dated Marilyn Manson, I think, when she was 18.
I can't even remember the actress name. I saw it, like, a couple of days ago. But you know who I'm talking about.
I mean, I remember seeing the article. I just don't know if I remember which character she is.
Yeah. So it's an actress in Westworld. I'm pretty sure.
I'm assuming it's the one who gets raped all the time.
Yeah, it is. It is. They mentioned that part in Westworld as well.
Oh, hope she's okay.
Yeah. So
yeah. So yeah, I think it's. What was your big story? We talked about your purchases, but what did you actually play?
What'd you do?
So I've been sick the entire week. Couldn't record anything. Only the Mark of Cree went up because I recorded it on a Sunday and I was still okay. I was hoping to be able to record the Blood and Wine review for the Witcher 3 expansion after this. Hopefully my voice holds up. Such a good expansion. The Game of the Year edition is currently on sale on GOG for like $30. $30 and you get like 140 hours of gameplay and shit. So yeah, the new area is great. Really good writing. The story is really interesting. A lot of twists. A whole freaking new area to explore. I just spend so much time doing all the side quests.
How do the levels scale, like in difficulty? Like, do you have a level in The Witcher?
Yeah.
Like a character level?
Yeah.
So like, is the new content just like scaled for max level or something?
It's like fixed. Each area is fixed. But and each quest will be like a recommended level thing, so you know if you're gonna die if you go and try it. But I noticed an option that I think is a new option somewhere in like the gameplay settings where, if I'm not mistaken, what I understand from what it says there is it will scale the enemy to your level.
Okay.
So you will never be overpowered, I guess. I'm guessing so. I still haven't tried it yet.
The new WoW expansion does that. Previous WoW expansions haven't done that, but the new island, each of the zones will scale with your level.
Oh, interesting. I know Guild Wars 2...
It means you can do them in any order, which is nice.
I know Guild Wars 2 will bring you down to the level.
Yes.
If you go to a zone that's lower level, it'll bring you down.
So it's actually interesting. I was playing with my friend when I was leveling still. So I was like level 100... I was level like 106. And he was level 110. So I see the enemies as level appropriate for me, like 106. And he sees the enemies at level appropriate for him. So...
And they scale the damage that way?
Yeah, they scale the damage. So if they hit him for 110 level damage, and they hit me for level 106 damage. So I had to tank, and he'd have to heal me, because he'd still heal me for 110 level heals.
Oh.
But I'd only be taking 106 level damage.
That's meta as fuck.
It's a little weird.
I've been playing more Pokemon Moon, 20 hours in. I'm in the middle of the second island, because I'm just going around fishing, trying to catch more Pokemons and shit. Phoebus is only like a 1% catch chance.
What is? A Phoeba?
A Phoebus. It's like a fish Pokemon.
That's a hilarious name. I'm looking that up now.
And it's like, I was looking at Bulbapedia, and it says there 1%
I recognize
if you
that.
fish. I'm like, shit. Because I want to get that.
I recognize that Poke. It evolves
yeah.
into the like dragon snake type thing, right?
I think you're
The
thinking about Magikarp.
melodic.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a female
Like-
looking of a Gyarados, essentially.
Yes, I
Like
guess
a
so,
magical Gyarados.
Yeah.
Oh, that Pokemon. Okay.
So,
So funny.
I'm still
It's
liking
like
it a lot.
rock or a potato.
The game is really good. Great quality of life stuff. But
Okay.
I reached that part where I understand the
grind.
complaints now.
Oh, what complaints were they?
Which ones?
There's this one new mechanic. I mentioned this last week, but since I've already experienced it now, I got more to say about it. There's this new, I think it's a new mechanic. Remind me, did the older Pokemon games were lower health Pokemons be able to call for help?
No, that's a new
No, right?
thing.
I don't remember that at all.
No.
So there's this new SOS mechanic. So let's say it's like down to like a yellow or red bar. There's a chance that it will call for help, and there's a chance that the help will come. So imagine
I'm not a
this.
fan of chance.
Imagine you want to catch a Pikachu. He's like level 15 or whatever. You bring it down to 1 health with your false
Is this
swipe
for
or
your
anything.
Pokemon or just wild Pokemon?
Wild.
Oh.
So imagine you false swipe the bastard until he had 1 health left. He then calls for help, and then the help comes, and then you're like, okay, I'll kill the other one, and he calls help again.
Oh.
Imagine
dumb.
this being done 5 times in a row at least. Because I feel, for some reason, that when the RNG is against me, it will be against me for a few turns at least. And imagine the next time he did a call for help. You throw the Pokeball, and he escaped the Pokeball. And the next turn, he calls for help. And the whole thing starts all over again.
Oh my gosh.
And you'll be so pissed off, you'll just like, I'm just gonna kill both of you, I'm gonna start again. It's so stupid. It's so annoying. There's also there's a new item, adrenaline orb, something orb. If you use this item, the chance of them calling for help will be higher. They
I
should
bet
have.
there's some Pokemon you can only find if it shows up for help.
I wonder, yeah.
There's gotta be
People
one.
are using it to grind shinies.
Sure.
So I understand post game and end game stuff, but if you want to just catch a freaking normal Pokemon, like I had trouble catching a freaking Igglypuff. Was in the battle for at least half an hour.
Oh my gosh.
I just gave up and I just fought another one.
That's really long.
It's so freaking annoying.
Wait, so when it summons a new one, the new one replaces it?
No, it'll be 1 on
So
2.
it turns into a double. Oh, 1 on 2. So
And you
could
know
just
how
try-
stupid your
you
trainer
just
is?
give up your turn.
He or she doesn't know how to throw a ball to the left or to the right, right? You can only
Oh.
catch a Pokemon when there's only one of them.
That's really dumb.
It is very...
That's a really simple thing.
That's
Yes,
super
it's very
weird.
stupid.
the
I
only
understand for grinding and shiny hunting, but don't force casual players to... they should have made it that item, instead of increasing the chance, it should have be able
Turn
to
it
toggle
off.
it
Yeah.
it on.
Exactly.
The reason I find it weird that the trainer can't throw it is because I may be misremembering, but the swarm mechanic was in X and Y, which it was that you had a chance basically of, instead of having to face
5.
one wild Pokemon, yeah, you face like 5. I
don't
thought
remember
you
that.
could throw a
That's
Pokeball.
No, you can't.
Oh, I guess you couldn't. I
Yeah.
guess you couldn't. I only caught like
If
one
I-
Pokemon with that.
If
must have
I can
forgotten.
play Pokemon Go and use a stupid touchscreen to catch a Pokemon, I'm pretty sure you can throw a real ball to the left or to the right.
I don't know what
Using a
hard.
using a touchscreen is much harder. Okay.
Yeah, just a little. Okay, I must have forgotten that. Yeah, that's stupid.
That is the worst thing about Pokemon Moon. And it gets really frustrating. Especially if it's a rare Pokemon, like the freaking Phoebus, that is only like a 1% encounter chance. Imagine that you can't get out of battle, because if you get out of battle,
You
how
lose
long
it.
are you gonna need to encounter the next one?
Oh, jeez.
It's so stupid.
You should not. I hope they never have it happen with
the
an
problem
Abra.
is Pokemon Moon has so many different quality of life stuff, like the affecting the move effectiveness is on the menu now. You know what is effective or not.
Oh, awesome.
And they took away HMs. There's no
Yeah.
more HMs in this
right.
game.
I heard about that.
Instead, you get right Pokemon. So, like if there's a like big boulders in front of you, instead of using Rock Smash, you use a Taurus, and then you ram into it. And instead of needing to have a Lapras in your party, you just call a Lapras to ride it. It's so good. I don't need
Finally.
a HM slave anymore.
Gosh,
Yeah,
I never
that's a
thought
dumb-
that. Such a stupid mechanic, in my opinion.
They put in all this good stuff, and then they'll be like, let's put in this one more stuff to piss everyone off. Because...
Or not put in a thing? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, man. I'm still pissed off about it.
He's still real salty about
You
this.
got your Jigglypuff at the end of the day, though, right?
Yeah, I got both the Iggly and the Jiggly.
Good.
Oh,
Iggly and
is
the
Iggly the baby version or something?
Iggly is the baby.
Okay.
And
Because
I
I know
It's
the
the
new
Because they-
Munchlax is like a baby Snorlax.
yeah.
I know.
Oh, the Munchlax is so... One thing is so cute. Number two is so useful. Because if you buy a new Pokemon Sun or Moon, and if you go through the mystery gift online thingy before January or something, you'll get a free Munchlax, and it comes with like a special moves. It has like Happy Hour, which increases like your money reward by 2 times. It also has Hold Back, which is basically False Swipe, reduces to 1 HP. So it's so useful. It's like my main now. It's like the starting Pokemon that I have. It's more than my
Hilarious.
starter. Yeah. So what else did I play? I'm still so pissed off about Pokemon Moon. What else?
Is it still following like the typical progression though of new city gym, new city gym? New
even
city
that's
gym,
different.
Elite Four?
So I totally forgot. So there's no more
I heard
gyms.
of-
Yeah.
No more
I
gyms.
heard about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So instead of gyms, there's like one island leader, and that person has like multiple captains, and each captain will give you a trial. And the trial is like, you most of the time it's you're supposed to fight a totem Pokemon, which is a normal Pokemon but more powerful,
Okay.
like a totem version of it, because like Hawaiians theme, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh right, I forgot.
So
I
it's
heard
not
about that.
so you don't go like in a gym and fight few battles and then reach the gym leader. It's like you go to each area has a captain, you do his trial, you get like a reward, and then you have to, once you finish trials, and then you can fight the island leader, which is called a kahuna or something. So that's really cool. So many good changes in this game. It's just that one
Just the SOS.
little thing. So
It's
yeah,
gonna be okay.
it's not. I don't think so. I'm still trying to catch the stupid Phoebus. So yeah, that's my week. That's all. That's my week. So you guys want to get into some news?
Let's get into some news.
Sarah, why don't you start with that thing?
With my thing?
Yeah.
So YouTube, rumor has it, is going to start doing a different sort of basically the algorithm is changing where more like promotion, like more they promote more videos that have a higher number of likes and comments. Keep in mind that this is a change from what it kind of was for a while, which is how long people viewed your video for,
Yeah,
and
your watch time.
history lesson with YouTube. This was to combat the I forget what they were called, but basically it was to combat how people were just making videos of like naked girls, and so people would watch just like the first few seconds and then wouldn't watch the rest of the video, but they got super popular. So to combat that, they made the whole length of view thing, but the problem with that has been that people who do short animations and such have kind of been gypped out of that, so to speak. So I guess for whatever reason they decided to go to likes and number of comments, and so people are not happy about this. A lot of big YouTubers have spoken out about this, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
To be clear,
There's
YouTube did not come out and say anything, right?
as far as
They replied an email from H3H3 saying that the videos that they're promoting is the ones that is getting more engagement, basically likes and comments and stuff.
Yeah, I think that was more. That's the thing is, I think this was through H3H3. I think it has been more. Yeah, it's not like an official announcement, but definitely it's spread like wildfire about it. So.
And he also went to the trending tab, and all the videos in the trending tab were basically ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw that.
So yeah, YouTube. So yeah, the big YouTubers are complaining now. PewDiePie made a tweet saying, all the YouTubers that bought a Lambo now is sweating.
Pretty much.
YouTubers that bought a Lambo, they're not sweating. And also that problem where people are getting unsubscribed from channels is still there. Yeah.
It's still there apparently. I know I lost 2 subs, but I thought I just lost them naturally, so I don't really know.
I mean, YouTube is saying that nothing's wrong with it. YouTube came out and said that there's no glitch.
It's I don't know what it is. I think it's affecting bigger YouTubers than smaller ones, because I remember I don't know if you guys remember, but there was, I feel like it was over the summer. Yeah, it was over the summer. Yeah, there was a purge, and people were like freaking out. And I remember I was like checking mine because I had just reached 50 subs like the day before, so I was like, no. And I checked it, and I hadn't lost any, funny enough. And so I was like, oh, I guess the purge didn't. The purge didn't affect me. But they said it was supposedly like bots and spam and like no name
inactive accounts.
Inactive accounts and stuff like that. But people were saying that like, oh, I had been unsubbed from this channel, and I never.
Yeah, like actual real people saying.
Yeah. So. But and I know like bigger, it seems like the like bigger names were kind of the ones who seem to be affected the most. Kind of like the people that are like between like 10 to a couple 100,000, like that tier were the ones that were really like worried, because I think it was kind of affecting them a bit more. Because people in the millions, it's like it doesn't really at that point you're so high up there. But yeah, so and that apparently has happened again or something like that. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It's gotten to the point that Ross from Game Grumps has like gotten so far as to say that people are going to be switching over to Twitch soon if YouTube keeps pulling this.
Because Twitch lets you upload videos now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm thinking
so
of jumping the bandwagon.
Twitch is an actual competitor now.
Yeah.
I mean, why not both?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to start a Twitch and still keep YouTube, but I haven't.
But but Twitch really sucks for me though. Like the playback is really bad.
Yeah,
I never really used Twitch.
I've
watched a couple of friends' streams. That's it.
Like even watching like the pre-recorded streams, not pre-recorded. I mean like live streams that are over and then they archive streams.
Right. Archive streams.
Yeah.
Even that, like the playback is like really bad for me for some reason.
Interesting. Yeah.
Twitch is, it's Google and it's YouTube. I'm guessing their resources are bigger. Hopefully they're better now because Amazon bought them for a few $billion.
Right.
So yeah, YouTube.
Goes. Thanks, YouTube.
Next piece of news, GTA 4 was updated. Not 5, 4.
Not 5, just 4. I was about to say, I was like, that's not the latest, is it? I was confused for a sec. Okay.
I really mean it's 4, GTA 4, the one with the cousin that keeps calling you to go bowling. That one.
Darn it. No!
So,
does he keep calling you?
They updated it to fix bugs and stuff, and if you don't really know, it uses games for Windows Live. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of removing it, they added an error code. So they should have just removed it because GFWL is not really a thing anymore.
Yeah.
So that's kind of dumb.
Okay, guys.
Oh, you guys know the Game Awards are currently live, like right now?
Yes.
No.
I only know that because a friend of mine put on a status that he was watching the Game Awards. That's the only reason I know.
Yeah, it's live, like now live. So, I don't know, it's still a big ad. Still a show about ads, basically. They're gonna show off like Breath of the Wild, Mass Effect, I just looked at the nominees. A lot of Uncharted 4. Like in voice acting, there were 3 Uncharted 4s. 3 characters from Uncharted 4, just in that one category. And their fan-made category, which is their fan-made games, fan-made mods, or fan-made like movies.
Ooh.
From 4, now there's only 2 because the other 2 that was taken out was because they were fan games of Nintendo IPs.
Oh.
Which is I believe it's Pokemon Uranium and the new
Right, I heard
Metroid
the story.
2. Yeah.
And what was the second one?
Metroid is a Metroid fan game. Like a Metroid 2 remake or something like that. I've already downloaded both. I already have both because they were like taken down for downloads as well. But yeah, they took it out of the award show like a couple of weeks ago because Nintendo is like a major advertiser for the show. So yeah, I still
Nintendo
don't
gets
really understand the point of the show.
to talk about games and stuff. I mean,
Well, speaking of kind of pointless things, did you guys talk about the like Steam like award thing last week?
Yeah, and no,
we didn't talk about it, but
Okay, I mean, it also seems kind of pointless.
Yeah, I don't understand what that was for actually. So basically Steam sales, you were able to like vote for Steam Game Awards. I think the only
You could,
reason
like,
is to
make
get
up your own
badges.
categories, couldn't you?
That one category was like you can make up a category.
I see.
no.
So 9 categories altogether, and you get cards and badges, I believe, which you can then get experience points.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the only reason to do it. They showed up the new Prey game. Prey is by Arcane. They say it looks like a new System Shock. They showed off Zelda Breath of the Wild. They showed off Mass Effect Andromeda. They showed off the A New Frontier, the Walking Dead Telltale series. I'm not sure A New Frontier. Is that the third game? It's not the third game, right?
I would think it is, because it's not the first or the second one. Or is it... I don't know. I just assumed it would be the third one, because I don't think it's the first or second
Oh,
one.
I think it is.
Maybe I'm just misremembering.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah. This girl looks like Clementine. Yep,
Does she
certainly
look
looks like Clementine. Yeah.
Is she an adult? Okay, yep.
She looks like a teenager,
Yeah,
like
that's the third
14,
one then.
15. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the third one then.
That Dragon Cancer guy won an award, and he gave a speech about his son who died. They also announced Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale.
Yes.
Right, we talked about it before.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What?
I said, oh boy.
Oh.
That's all.
So that's it so far. They also showed off a... do you know that first-person shooter game that came out a few years ago, Bulletstorm?
Not familiar with it.
I recognize the name.
I believe it's that one that you can grapple hook a guy and then bring him over to you and then kick him in the...
Bless you.
It's
I-
what? Is it a first-person game?
Yeah, it's a
Oh, sorry,
first-person
third-person
shooter.
action. First-person
First-person
shooter
shooter, yeah.
called Bulletstorm. No, I don't. Okay, but you can grapple hook guys. That's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
It's gonna be remastered in 2017.
Okay.
It's one of those hidden gem style games. Like,
Okay.
Right.
not many people played it, but those who played it really liked it kind of games.
That's what I
So
wanted.
I'm hoping that the people who own the original will get the remaster for free, because they just released Darksiders.
Darksiders 2?
Darksiders is a game.
Yeah,
Darksiders is a game.
They re-released the first one.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, something Master Edition, War Master, Chess Master, something Master, something.
I
Like
would
that.
guess
Darksiders is the one that's kind of like God of War, right? You're like an angel
Yes.
or something going around.
You,
killing... Okay,
you're
I
one of
started
the
playing
four
it.
horsemen. You're one of the four horsemen.
Right, that's what it was.
It's basically God of War mixed with Zelda.
Okay.
I can see that. Yes.
Zelda because you get new items and then you can
The
traverse
new items and the
yeah.
gadgets. The
The
So it's
first
kinda
game is
open
like that.
worldy?
Yeah, some
a little
backtracking,
bit.
especially for secrets. The first game is like that, and I feel the first game is better. The second game was an action RPG, and there's
Yeah.
too much loot kind of game.
Yeah, I think the second one was jokingly called like the WoW game because of the loot system.
Feels
If
like
I recall
a
correctly.
feels like
don't
a
remember which one I
Diablo-ish
tried.
Also, like a Borderlands. I mean,
Yeah.
I really like the way the first game was made. The first game was better, I feel, because it's just
Yeah.
more linear. It's more focused.
Yeah.
Second game
the
got so boring I didn't even finish it.
Second game just had a weird story.
So yeah, next piece of news, talking more about fan-made stuff.
Woo.
ZeniMax, the owners of Bethesda, one and the same, I guess. They are sending a cease and desist, I guess, or some kind of letter to the owner of a website that holds a Doom fan game.
Aww.
So it's called Doom RL, which I don't know was a thing. It's a Doom roguelike that has been around for 14 years apparently. And basically ZeniMax says just stop it, basically. And they came out with a Kickstarter recently for the spiritual sequel to this Doom roguelike called Jupiter Hell. I think it's Jupiter Hell. So, but the interesting thing about the letter is it didn't say to stop everything. It's saying to take down the ZeniMax trademarks from your meta tags, keywords, the media, and other visible and concealed texts that are connected to your website. So I think it's because of the logos and stuff.
I was gonna say that doesn't really sound unreasonable. Then it just sounds like they don't want because that actually makes sense, because if that's really weird that they would put those logos on there in the first place.
The logos I understand, but meta tags. So I can't put Doom in my meta tags.
Yeah.
I guess that's. I thought it was just the logo, like the company logo.
Well, according to the letter, meta tags and
copying their
keywords.
meta is what I thought.
But how do you trademark a keyword?
Yeah, that's
especially a word
weird.
like Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Doom even trademarked?
And it also said media, so like if it's a blog and it uses a Doom logo, is that counted? I'm guessing not, because it's a I don't know, lawyer stuff.
It almost sounds like they just don't want them to call it Doom. They're like, you can make this game, just don't call it Doom. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I thought you said that they were putting like the company logos on things. I was like, yeah, they probably shouldn't be doing
well,
that.
the Doom RL sort of looked like the old Doom logo.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. But a lot of people are shitting on ZeniMax, but if it's just the logo, I understand.
Yeah.
But because it's so vague, I don't really understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very weird. It just sounds like they're almost doing it because they feel like that's like legality they need to. They don't even. It seems like they don't care if the game is up there.
Yeah.
That's not their concern.
Maybe they don't care that the game is a thing, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
they just don't want people to use their logos, I guess.
I mean, they have an obligation to protect their logo, their trademark.
I think, I'm wondering if it's more of
But the thing has been around for 14 years, so...
Yeah,
that's the other weird part.
Silly. We didn't know about it, I guess.
Yes, I guess. Gosh, I love that excuse.
So,
we had no idea.
Ignorance is no excuse.
Yeah. Another shitty thing by another company. So, you know that PC company MSI? That sells hardware and stuff? And like...
Okay.
And graphics cards and laptops and stuff like that.
I think I have
MSI.
something from MSI. Yeah.
I believe they're Taiwanese, I think. So anyways, they took a cosplayer's picture and photoshopped it to have all the MSI stuff on her without her permission.
What?
Yeah. So
no.
The cosplayer was posing in a specific pose and stuff. They took that picture, put on her a backpack that looks like a computer. I'm guessing it's like their desktop PC or something, and used it for their ads and promos. So they're going to court, and MSI's response was,
we didn't know.
basically, yes,
artist.
the company lacked knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief about the truth of the allegations and therefore denies them.
I see.
What?
You can't blame us because we didn't know that this...
Knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief.
I love that sentence.
What? What does that even mean?
Belief about the truth. To me, the word belief is like the opposite of truth. You can't believe. I mean, it's going to be true regardless if you believe it or not.
That is true.
In this case, it makes absolutely no sense.
I love the sentences that these lawyers come up with.
Oh my
They're so
God.
creative.
They're so creative and desperate.
I'm just going to read it again because it's so good. Knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief about the truth of the allegations. And therefore we deny them. What?
This sounds like every politician
And apparently
ever.
they say their image constituted fair use.
Oh God, gag. Ugh.
It's interesting that it's easier to like Photoshop a picture than it is to just get a girl to put a backpack on.
Right?
Actually, the
they couldn't
Photoshop
find-
looks pretty good.
They
The
couldn't,
Kotaku
find-
article said it was bad, but I mean, it's okay.
Like, they seriously couldn't find anyone in their office to model from? Do they not have any women working for them? Come on, guys.
I mean, actually, what does fair use mean exactly? You take something, you modify it,
Good
or
question.
discuss about it, right?
It's about if you criticize.
It depends on the thing itself.
Yeah, it's the thing itself, but it's fair use if you are doing something that criticizes, discusses, or there's a third one. Parodies, I think, is the third one. So the problem with that, it's
Isn't there some sort of like, you can't make money out of this kind of thing as well in there?
no, you can make money with
No.
fair use because that's the
Can
whole
you?
point of fair. That's the whole point
I mean,
of
like,
fair
if,
use.
you can make money off of your review that has footage from
exactly.
the thing in it that you're
'Cause
reviewing.
that's-
That was what I
'cause
was
that's
gonna ask
when-
next, like on
Yeah,
YouTube
'cause-
videos. I mean,
Exactly. Well, that's the whole argument with YouTube because if I like, for example, my AMV that I made of the Mass Effect game, I can put that up there and they're not going to care. I can't make money off of it because it's not fair use for me of how I use the music. Technically, it's
to
not
use
fair
that song,
use.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I can have it up there. I just can't make money off of it. So it's always the fair use is for making money.
well, I guess this is different because it's her likenesses.
Yeah,
right?
that's I
Being
think
used
the
against
weird.
her.
Yeah, that's
Well, they weren't like they kind of stole it. They weren't like talking about it or reviewing
Yeah.
it. Like if
Yeah.
they'd written an article about like
this picture.
something and I put her
Yeah.
picture in it might have been okay.
Yeah. But they just stole it's like they just stole art in a way.
I'm not
It's
trying
also-
to defend a corporation here.
No,
Right,
no, no,
right.
I totally
Just to be
understand.
clear to the audience
You're
who
just
think
inquisitive.
corporate shill, whatever.
True,
The
true,
corporations
yeah.
have too much money as it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think if this is happening not in America, but I think in America the other thing they would
That's also a
maybe
good point.
be able to argue is she's not like a celebrity because there in America there is kind of as far as in law and stuff there is kind
Your
of a
image is a
yeah. There is kind of a precedent that if you're a celebrity, like, you're not pretty much as protected from those kinds of things. But if you're, like, a regular civilian, there are more protections. So it's this idea of, like, they used your likeness without your permission. Kind of like someone taking a picture of you and then, like, posting it, without your permission. That's, like, you could technically argue that that's not legal in some ways. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, it's messed up.
So yeah, next piece of news. Some No Man's Sky stuff.
Is it
Yeah.
crappy?
Depends on how you look at it. So there's a new update that came out, right? The Foundation update 1.1.
Yeah.
So they added a new feature among all the other new features. There's one specific new feature that basically they can now say, "Oh, we didn't lie." They added a Dark Souls style multiplayer message feature where you can leave messages for other players to find. Mm-hmm. Like in Dark Souls.
Wait, which game? Sorry. In
No Man's Sky.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's technically a single player with multiplayer features now,
Praise the sun,
it?
everybody.
isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. I mean, Dark Souls made it so you could invade other people's games, with actual, like, multiplayer, and you could, like, have, call for people for help. But, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. It's multiplayer.
So yeah,
Oh, the hole gets
That's a-
deeper and deeper.
that's a thing, I guess. So yeah, last piece of news.
Do.
Nearly 40% of all Steam games were released this year.
I heard about this.
That's freaking insane.
Gosh, it's so many games.
There's so
I
many
think it's-
shit games.
Well, that too. Especially, I wonder if like 20% of those was around Halloween, because oh my gosh, the number of like crappy horror games that were on the Steams. Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous.
Way too much. I wish I could like blacklist like genres on Steam.
Right?
I wonder how many percent is from Steam Greenlight.
Oh, probably
Yeah.
a lot.
Most.
And not only that, the way Steam is being updated and being run now is instead of filtering, instead of making sure shit doesn't come on to the platform, is giving us the ability to filter out the shit.
Yeah.
Because they recently updated and you can filter out shit now, apparently. But,
Right.
But yeah. In
Yeah,
2012, 359 games were released on Steam. This year, it's 4,207.
Jesus. That's a lot.
That's a crazy amount of games. And I only played like, 6 new games this year?
I know. There's
How
too
are
many
you gonna
games.
compete?
Yeah.
Are we heading to a crash?
Maybe.
Maybe
Well,
we'll see.
The thing is,
I don't know which is better.
the AAA companies are still selling their games. The ones that are really fighting most of the time are the indies. Like the AAA, there's no competition. They only compete with like a few other AAA companies.
Yeah. Well, because it's different, right? There's different expectations. People,
Yeah.
I mean, especially since most AAA games are for console as well. So that's just a whole different thing. You're going
Exactly.
to get the console-only people that are only going to buy those games. So
And whenever a
reminds me.
AAA doesn't sell well, it's usually because they're stupid, like Titanfall 2 releasing
Yeah.
so near
It's
to
weird
Battlefield
marketing.
1 and Call of Duty.
Yeah,
You were
exactly.
saying something, for?
I think this weekend, Gears of War is going to have like a cross
Oh, yeah.
platform allowance, so PC players can crush the Xbox players.
Yep.
Cool.
So fair. It's totally
Fair.
fair.
So why would you do that? Why?
Exactly. They said it was a test. Like, do you really need to test this?
For certain games, it's great. Like I think it's fine for Rocket League, but for a shooter game, not so much.
Yep.
Oh well. They'll just cry over chat. It's fine. PC Master
Also,
Yes.
Titanfall 2 this weekend is supposed to get like a free-to-play multiplayer thing for you to try out.
Oh,
I might think about it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be huge ass download.
yeah, almost certainly.
So yeah, that's all for this week. Lots of new shit on Steam. I guess that's the thing. Oh, and GOG is having a sale right now, and you can get the Neverwinter Nights, the first game, for free.
Ooh.
Ah.
The Diamond Edition. It comes with all the add-ons. But I think once the podcast is up, I think it's no longer free. I think. So
Ooh,
go and get
oops,
it.
guys.
I guess. Whoever I'm
I'm gonna
talking
get
to.
after we are done recording, I guess.
So yeah, GOG is having a sale right now. A lot of stuff are on sale right now on GOG. So I'm thinking of getting Planescape Torment and finally playing it.
I've heard of that.
It's like
heard
widely
of it.
considered the
What it
best
was,
RPG ever
'cause,
made.
Like Planescape and Torment are both Magic the Gathering expansions. So never, I always get
That's
confused,
they
so I should
are.
remember
That's
it.
true.
And if it's good, if I really enjoyed it, because I don't know, it's a 1999 game. I'm not sure if it's gonna be,
If it
And,
holds.
the sequel is
Like playable.
yeah, the sequel is on early access now. Torment Tides of Numenera or something.
Ooh, Numenera?
Yeah, Torment Tides of Numenera or something like that. It's like 9,000 years after the first game. Something crazy. Yeah.
There's a tabletop world called Numenera. Numenara, excuse me. So I don't know if it's related at all. Anyway,
Maybe
Not
it
important.
is.
maybe. I think there
Maybe
is a
it's not.
Numenara game.
So yeah, that's all. You guys
Okay.
got anything else?
No, I think that's. I only had the YouTube thing.
Good place to wrap up.
Good place to wrap up.
So yes, you two do things on the internet, right? Can people find you two?
I do things on the internet. I do things on the internet. I'm on YouTube under Sarahscopic, SARAHSCOPIC. Find me on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter.
I am the internet.
Oh gosh.
I'm on Twitter and YouTube as Foehamner. Yep. Where are you, Shar?
And I'm Pupunoob, Pupunoob. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and the YouTubes. So apparently there's gonna be a Rogue One event that's gonna be happening near me.
Oh.
That's cool.
Being
That's
organized
I'm
by
looking
the
forward
Star
to it
Wars
more than
Malaysia
I'm
fan club.
comfortable.
What?
So I'm looking forward to that movie more than I'm comfortable with, because I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna be disappointed again. I mean, I'm sure it's not gonna be a bad movie, but I'm very afraid that I am looking forward to it more than I will be justified.
Yep. So yeah, that's all for episode 77 of the playonultra podcast. Do help us by liking, commenting, subscribing, blah blah blah. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.